one of the traits that my father had that I didn't like. Like if I look at someone, even if I don't know them, but there's a certain look in them, I don't like them. Like Taylor Swift has this pug nose thing.
I'm the same. There's something about her,
and it's so irritating. I don't even know her. She's probably the nicest person of all time.
No, I said it to my wife. I say, there's just something about her. She's just too fake, too nicey. It's just not right.
I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
This is Kyle. Kyle doesn't like junk food. Kyle doesn't do drugs. Kyle likes to work out. Do some good shit.
You're funny.
Like I said. Do you like my tail? Like I said.
And we are back for another installment of Ironrage. And today we're going to be talking about a Neanderthal study that explains exactly who Lee Priest and Greg Valentino just might be. What's up, guys?
And Dave, when you always say if you need rest, Dave, take a Xanax. If you had told me the milligrams, I might have fell asleep eating a hamburger yesterday. All it took was 2 milligrams, thinking 2.5 Valium doesn't do anything. So I took 2 milligrams Xanax. My wife wakes me up. I'm sitting there watching TV, holding the hamburger, sound asleep. And I still feel like a fucking zombie today.
Every story that I hear about you that involves any kind of drug or alcohol, it always involves you doing way, way, way too much of it.
I think he took it 2 days ago, and now he's still feeling it.
He don't drink a quart of vodka, and he doesn't understand why he's has amnesia the next day.
Well, when you said, Lee, when you travel, take a Xanax, did you ever stipulate the milligram? No.
I did. You didn't listen. I said 1/4 milligram to 1/2 milligram. He took 5 times the amount.
Well, I can recommend to people, if you're having trouble sleeping, take 2 milligrams and you'll be out like a fucking light.
But you'll still be in a plane.
No. My wife was sitting here. My friend Paula comes help walk the dogs. I can walk the dogs soon. I'm like, yeah, I'll just eat the burger and chips. And then I dozed off again. This was 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I wake up, I'm like, at 7 p.m. What the fuck?
That was 2 days ago. You missed the day.
I've heard the story about him doing cocaine and he tied his penis to a coffee table, which I've never heard him do before. So he obviously took too much of that. I've heard him drink a quart of vodka in one night because he says he never drinks. He just
the whole bottle. Cut the whole bottle.
The whole bottle, right?
And the last bit that was left, I was feeling sick. So my wife told me this story about a guy that shelved it. So she walks in the room and I got the vodka bottle stuck in my ass trying to pour the last bit in.
I like this story where he drank it and he was putting his dick in the shelf and he kept slamming it.
He always has. I
start high and work back. I start up here and work back.
That's fun. But the best is Dave. I got his dick. He took my phone when he was at my house, and he changed my fucking the what do you call it, the wallpaper to his picture of his dick that was all fucked up.
With the needle hanging out.
I was like, what the fuck is this? It was purple.
I gotta tell you that I've been watching this series on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it, Lee. It's called Obliterated. Have you seen it?
I've actually saw the preview. It looks pretty good. It's kind of like when they defuse the bombs.
Hangover times 10. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Okay. Yeah. I saw the preview where they defusing bombs and that. What's that main guy's actor in it? Got the funny hand now in it, like an old.
I don't know what his name is, but the whole premise of the movie is that they work for the government and they try to. Someone has a nuclear weapon and they try to capture it. And so they capture it, and then they get hammered. They have this crazy party, and they're doing MDMA, and they're doing like drinking alcohol, and some guys are dropping acid and fucking mushrooms, and then they find out that the bomb that they thought they got really wasn't the right one, and there's the real one is still out there, and they have to get back into the mission, but they're all fucked up, and that's and all these goofy shit that happens.
I saw the preview where that one guy's got the music playing and he's trying to diffuse the numbers, and they're all going, "Where are you going?"
But they didn't stick their dicks in a drawer and slam it. That would have been more.
Pretty close to it, though. Pretty close.
Hey, I just thought of Jimmy here for a second because YouTube all popped up. There's an old story from Joe Rogan. Eddie Bravo explains that space is fake conspiracy. I'll have to get Jimmy to watch this one.
Oh, Jesus.
Look, I got to tell you, I watched an interview with Elon Musk the other day, and he was explaining the intricacies of going to Mars and what it's going to take and what their rockets that they're building and all the different, stages of different fuel sources that they use to get off the Earth. And then once they're in space, I'm like, if this was a scam that we have never gone to space, it would be the most elaborate hoax of all time. Like there would have to be so many complicit people in this and all this rocket science made up bullshit. There's no way that it's fake. I mean, I love Jimmy Hall, but
the only thing that made me think it's fake going to the moon was because they had that show on last year about, they're going to send another manned mission to Mars, and the first black woman's, to moon, and the first black lady's going to the moon. They had to make a big thing about that.
Of course.
But they're saying how they're doing testing now, so they've got to test how they can get through the Orion's belt, what spacesuits they can use. I'm thinking, wouldn't you have some of this info before? It's like,
they conveniently lost it all. That's all.
You know what's funny? There's guys that watch the show, right, with us. Yeah. And they ask me about Jimmy all the time. Does he really believe that shit? And I tell him, bro, you have no fucking idea. If you start talking with him and you start like bringing it up and saying, nah, come on, Jimmy, he actually gets upset. They don't believe, they think it's a joke or it's just part of the show. They don't realize that he believes that he's serious with that shit.
Oh, the last confession show we did, I don't know how it happened, but Jimmy brought the flat earth into the priest confession show for about 20 minutes.
He loves that shit. Bro, let me tell you something. To him, the planet Mars doesn't exist. That's a light that's up there.
Right.
And I tell him, well, who changes the bulb? You know what I mean? Like, who put the light up there? You know?
He'd say God. God.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm...
There's a weird thing, because Jimmy's very religious. He believes in God. Something that's never been seen. It's just, people have faith that there is a God in the heaven. He believes in that wholeheartedly, but he won't believe in space or the moon.
Funny.
Let me ask you this question: If why is it that when you look through a telescope and you see like Saturn, up in the sky, you see rings around it, and the closer you get to it, the more detail you see about this planet. If it was just a light in the sky, it wouldn't matter if you used a telescope to look at it, right? Because it would just be a light up there, right?
Well, the closer you got, you should see the stuff inside the bulb, all those little.
Well, who put the light up there? That's what I want to. If you ask Jimmy, I don't think he could really answer that one. But who put the light up there?
Someone who had patience and brought it from IKEA and had to put it the fucking together.
But where did God get the bulb from? Did he go to like Walmart? Is that like like who made the bulb? That's up, like
They've got a long extension cord, Greg, that goes all the way.
All right, so Lee, I figured out, one of the mysteries of your life, why you get up so early in the morning. Yeah, a new study came out.
I got to turn the lights on and off for the stars.
No, yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, Lee's got a switch in his house. Jimmy, look at that light, and he turns it on, and then he turns it off.
Lee, they've shown that Neanderthal man. Okay, if you have a lot of Neanderthal genes, that explains why you get up early in the morning. Because
I got to get up early and catch them fucking dinosaurs.
So you must have a lot of Neanderthal genes in you, because and that's what makes you compelled to get up so early in the morning.
You mean that's what makes me very basic?
The study of circadian rhythms of Neanderthals and Denisovans, which is also like another group of pre-caveman guys. Study focused on nearly 250 genes that regulate the body's clock, biological clock. those were then compared to the versions of the genes in the extinct hominins to the ones in modern humans. So the researchers found over 1,000 mutations that were unique.
Dave, I could have done this and said Neanderthal man went to bed when the fucking sun went down. There was no fucking TV. There was no internet. There was no texting on phones. They went to sleep when the sun came down. Then they fucking got up early. I could have done that study.
Whoa.
I think you could get your genes tested to see if you have Neanderthal blood.
This is a telescope for Jimmy. Look.
Yeah.
This is a real telescope. I'm not kidding you.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks.
It's a telescope.
For a minute, then I thought it was some sexual device.
It looks like a big bong, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know it's the weirdest thing, but you know what? This thing goes for a lot of money. My girlfriend selling it. She got the strap.
Where'd you get it?
You hang it. You fucking sit there and you look at shit.
You should give that to Jimmy for Christmas to see if he can actually see the stars.
He has a telescope. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He has a telescope, but he doesn't believe there's anything up there.
Listen, he believes that shit's up there. He just doesn't believe the world is round. The earth is round. But he believes that shit up there is like, well, legit.
No, he doesn't. He thinks it's lights.
Well, Jimmy,
I know he thinks it's lights, but he still looks at what I'm saying is he
looks at the
thinks
lights.
He's looking at light bulbs. I know that. I'm the one that I said he thinks it's light bulbs.
Well,
you don't believe the planet Mars and all that.
Jimmy said if you've got the Hubble telescope and you watch that ship go off, and once you can't see it, they say it's going over the horizon. He goes, if you had the Hubble telescope, you could still see that ship going straight for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah, I've heard him say shit like that. He's great. He loves that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to Neanderthal.
Yeah.
Bro, so what am I if I stay up all night and I can't sleep? I can't sleep at all, bro. I'm nuts.
You're definitely not a Neanderthal. Neanderthals
I'm
like to get up early
Cro-Magnon,
in the morning.
I'm Cro-Magnon. That's what I am.
Did you, you and Blackman? Nah, they used to call me Cro-Magnon back in my college days. I had a 14-inch neck, you know.
Look, my girlfriend just took the telescope now because she's afraid I'm going to break it over here. Because she has somebody who wants to buy it. So now she's like afraid.
Oh, really?
She's like, stop playing with
to break it. That's why. When I had I had to get a tuxedo for a wedding once, and they measure you. You have to measure your neck to get the shirt because I was renting the tuxedo because I didn't want to buy it. When you're 300 pounds, you don't want to wear anything that's dress clothing wise.
You want to wear sweats.
Sweat. Yeah. So I get and they're like, I think you're probably an 18-inch neck. I said, no, I think I'm bigger than that. And they're measuring my neck. They're like, holy shit. I'm like, how much? What is it? They're like 20 inches. I had a 20-inch neck when I was 315 pounds.
Nice.
That's a big neck.
Nice. How big is the piece you got?
equal 20 inches.
Back to Frank. He swore that you had this secret fucking IGF. He used to tell me all the time, Palumbo's got Dave's got this big this IGF, this one that makes your penis, it grows like 4 inches. And I'm like, no way. He swore that you had this fucking
he used to break people's balls like that. Yeah.
No, he believed it though. He's telling me legit. Well, Frank, I love you, bro. You're a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, he used to tell me. I believed it too because I'm gullible. I believe everything. Yeah. You know? Like I believe that guy was going to pay Lee for the job he did over there, you know what I mean, overseas. You know, supposed to be his friend and shit, but he didn't pay him. So it's just not a friend.
Frank and I went to
how was that, Lee?
To Barcelona together. Did Frank tell you when we went to Barcelona?
Yeah, I think he did. He told me all these fucking, you know.
Frank and I went to Barcelona in I think 1991, and we wanted to buy, you know, gear because there was no gear. Everything was fake. You know, remember there was like that right after everything became illegal, it was hard to get stuff. So we went to Barcelona and we bought like, you know, Prima Bone amps for like $1.50 a piece. We bought like Testaviron. We bought Winstrel, Zambons. Remember they came 3 amps in a box.
Sure, I remember all of them.
Yeah, and they were good stuff. But everything was cheap. They had just stopped making Anadrol there, and we had got, I think, the last 100 packs. They were like $15 a piece for 100 Anadrols. And so we get all this stuff, and we have it in the room, you know, in this big bag. And we had a couple days, and we were going to be there extra because until our flight went back. So Frank said, I'm going out. I said, all right, Frank, don't take too long. I said, because, you know, we got a lot of stuff in the room. I don't want to leave it, you know, but he's gone for hours, like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I'm like, holy shit, he got arrested. Now I'm getting nervous. Now I'm all paranoid. I'm like, someone's going to come to the room. I mean, we had a lot of stuff in the room. And I was almost ready to throw everything out. That's how paranoid I got. And he actually, all of a sudden, he comes back. I'm like, where the fuck were you? He's like, oh, I was out. I said, out? I said, what do you mean out? You said you were going out for 15 minutes to get a drink, coffee, and come back. I said, it's 8 hours later. I almost threw all this stuff in the garbage.
He was fucking around.
He met a girl?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
He was fucking around. That's why.
I see the conservative twins here put up a video. I'll have to watch it.
There's no cell phones back then, so you couldn't.
He swore. He used to swear that you had some secret IGF. It's like IGF number 25 or whatever, and that you had this shit, and you would give it to guys, and their dicks would grow.
I said, Greg, if I would have had that, I would have been a millionaire. I said,
you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding.
I've just seen a topic here. I'll have to watch it from the conservative twins. How the privileged billionaire explains she's oppressed and a victim. Taylorswift.
Oh my God!
Don't you love people who are rich and famous who are worth billions say they're oppressed and victims?
What is she oppressed by?
I don't know. Maybe a black person
You're all
off the charts.
You know what? I hate for some reason, and this bothers me. It's one of the traits that my father had that I didn't like. Like if I look at someone, even if I don't know them, but there's a certain look in them, I don't like them. Like Taylor Swift has this pug nose thing.
I'm just saying there's something about her,
and it's irritating. I don't even know her. She's probably the nicest person of all time.
Yeah. No, I said it to my wife. I say, there's just something about her. She's just too fake, too nicey. It's just not right. No, I said, no, I can just get a feeling looking at her. Yeah. What she puts out to the public, I bet she's cunt behind the stage.
Yeah. My there we go. We lost the monetization. My father hated Kevin Bacon. It wasn't that he didn't like his acting. He just
because he's got the pig nose, right?
Yeah, because he's got the nose.
I knew it.
He's got a smug look. I don't like that look on his face.
I like Bacon, but I don't like Kevin Bacon.
I like Kevin Bacon. He's in the new have you seen the new preview for Beverly Hills Cop 4?
I heard he's going to be in that movie. Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. And all the old cast is in it. Those two cops that were always getting in trouble with him, they're back in it.
He's also in that new movie. He's in that.
The movie business is slow, and they start pulling up old sequels from 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's. He's in that new movie that we were talking about a week ago. The one with the
last day of the world. Yeah, something like that.
Dude, if you watch that movie, there's a lot of fucking bullshit in that movie that you don't realize.
They made him the ones who produced that movie.
Yeah,
the Obamas. But there's a little bit of racism in there. But there's against white people.
The white people. The white people are bad.
The evil white people. But then you have. It's a Trump thing that you don't realize because he plays like this redneck. I saw the movie. He plays the redneck, like Kevin Bacon. And he's like, because they're like, they drop flyers down from this plane and it says kill Americans, and it's from Iranians, right? So they believe this. Yeah, and Bacon says, oh, no, my friend in California, they got the flyers and they're saying it's the Koreans, the Japanese, or the Chinese.
Right.
And really what it was this civil war. And it was basically.
They were trying to get people to go turn on each other, right?
They believe they're trying to make you believe that shit.
I just saw the big post how Zuckerberg is building the 2 big mansions in Hawaii, but he's also spending millions on a bunker. Now, if someone like Mark Zuckerberg, who's in with all those crazy elites, is building a bunker, that should tell you something's coming.
Yeah, really, you're right.
You're right.
But it's just,
in the movie they said that. Remember that one guy built the bunker, and
and where was he? He was dead.
They say, they call them crazy doomsday preppers. They're crazy. Zuckerberg builds one. Oh, he's not crazy. He's just smart.
He's a genius.
Well, you know what? If I had his money, I might build a bunker too. Why not? What else are you going to do with all that money?
Yeah, right. Not for nothing. But you got to
look, Greg. If I said to you, I'm going to deposit $10 billion into your bank account, you build everything. Why wouldn't you build it? If I'm going to build a huge house, I might as well build it.
Well, if the end of the world's coming, I'll go buy a big fucking submarine and just go offshore and dive.
No, but what I'm saying is, why not have it? Even if you don't use it, you could entertain people there in the winter. You know what I mean?
That's where they hide on.
Yeah,
the
but this what are you gonna
children
do? There's no TV stations. The fucking towers are down. You gotta,
Well,
you gotta watch
you saw in
DVDs.
that movie. Hold on, you saw in that movie. They had every DVD.
Every DVD. Yes, I saw the movie. With a girl at the end, she watches it. But the thing is, though, is that you know, because like right now they're still trying to say that Trump's a Nazi. See, that's all basically. He was like a Trump supporter. You know, the fucking, you know, the flag outside the house. You know, red blood American. You know, eat meat. You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And they're still trying to say like Trump's a Nazi. Meanwhile, his two grandchildren wear yarmulkes. Okay, because his daughter, who's his favorite child, they make jokes about it all the time. His sons make jokes about that on Father's Day.
Right.
His daughter is an Orthodox Jew who keeps a kosher house.
Oh,
right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, because she's married to Jared Kushner.
The best one ever was Biden talking when they did that interview about if you're being subpoenaed, you should go to jail if you don't turn up. And then his son standing on the steps saying, "I'm not going in for the subpoena."
Yeah, well, he's also the one that said if you have this much cocaine, you should do at least 5 years in jail. Meanwhile, his son had like fucking pounds of it. But the thing is, if Donald Trump is really a Nazi, then he's the first Jew-loving Nazi that's ever lived because he loves his grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? And he loves his daughter. It's the stupid.
They say keep your enemies closer, Greg.
Yeah, right. So is he going to throw them in the oven or something like that? Fuck that. That's so stupid.
Look at this. This is a great story. Talking about Jimmy and flat Earth. This Voyager 1. You remember Voyager 1?
Yeah, sure.
It's 15 billion miles from Earth. All right, right.
Right.
And it's acting weird. So they want to do a reboot on it, but it's not so easy to reboot. Can you believe we can reboot a computer from 15 billion miles away?
Can you get a cell phone signal in my basement?
Yeah, we can't get a cell phone signal. That would be Jimmy's reason why he thinks it's all fake, you know?
Oh, yeah, he would tell you that doesn't exist. Are you crazy? That's what he'd tell you.
Yeah. I love when I hear shit like that. It's great.
I think he would tell you Lee's got the little, what do you call it? The fucking thing that moves it around over there. He did it. That's Lee. He's got the thing. What do you call it?
The remote control.
The joystick.
The remote.
The joystick. Let me ask you, have you watched that series, Reacher?
I don't watch.
I just started watching season 2 now. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. He's a big bodybuilder guy. Greg, you like it?
Yeah, I've seen video clips of that. You know, with him like kicking people's ass in jail, and
he's not the best. The guy's not the best actor, but it's kind of entertaining, right, Lee?
Yeah, at least he got in good shape for it. Like, because Reacher in the books is meant to be a bigger guy. That's why everyone got mad when Tom Cruise played him in the movies.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Well, according to the star Alan Richardson, he's on TRT. He said that he used TRT to get in shape. He looks like he's on a lot more than TRT.
Bullshit, Dave. Wait a minute. Hold on. You want to talk about something? What's the kid's name that was in the movie? Now he's doing a movie called The Iron Claw. Did you see what he looks like?
No, who?
Oh, my God. What's the kid that was in that school movie? All the chicks like him. He jacked out of his mind. He did
Zac Efron? Zac
Efron.
Oh, he's
Zac Efron's on steroids. Dave, Google The Iron Claw. He's like, I'll rip out your neck and shit down the hole. You know what I mean? He's like one of those now.
Zac Efron is on steroids now?
Dude, Dave, look at the movie. Go Google it right now.
They said he was on steroids when he got in shape for Baywatch, wasn't he?
But Lee, he's like 50 pounds heavier and ripped. Yeah, look at him. Look at his neck. Look at his face. It doesn't even look like him.
He's not that big. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, he is. He's for what he used to look like. I mean, these guys are, take it for the movies. Come on, does that look like Lee? Does that look like Zac Efron? Look at his jaw.
No, he's definitely on gear. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
But look, that's usually he paid. He was a little heartthrob, skinny. Skinny, rich.
He's getting all the good shit from.
He can get all the good parts now.
Oh yeah. But if you watch him talk, he's got the jaw and his neck. He's got this big neck, and he's like, because he plays like I think Owen Hart. I think that's what that's based on.
Is that what it's about? Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was about.
I think so. the guys watching this will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure, because
they'll tell you, Greg, you're an idiot. You know nothing. It was this.
Greg, take one of Lee's Xanax.
Do your research before you come on the show, you
God
dickheads.
damn it. You know what I hate when they do that shit? Educate yourself. You need to educate yourself.
We actually did talk about this. He's playing one of the Von Erichs, the wrestling.
Oh, Von Erichs. Okay, so I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm never right. So, that goes that way.
I forgot. We had mentioned it before. I hadn't seen the pictures of him, though. Yeah, he plays one of the Von Erich brothers.
I thought it was the Hart brothers because they were all.
The Von Erichs were a big wrestling family. And
I don't follow.
He plays one of those guys.
But that guy, but Dave, if you watch the actual trailer, he's 50 pounds heavier than he used to be. I mean, look at him. Yeah, he's jacked.
Oh, he did. You can see his face
what's
too.
His hand got in good shape too. Who's that? He's got a sister. Jake, was it Jake Gyllenhaal? And he did a boxing movie.
Yeah.
Jake he was in good shape. Yeah, he was in good shape too.
He just did an MMA movie too, where he
did he?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think they show him with like Conor McGregor.
But then again, you could get in shape because they generally have a good doctor. They have a personal trainer. They have someone to do all their food. It's just like
that's right.
But what kills me? These actors.
Did you see that interview Hugh Jackman did once? I was so pissed off. Could have been the third Wolverine, and they say, "What's it like playing Wolverine?" He's like, "Oh, I'm over it. It's hard. It's this. I got to train for 12 weeks. I eat nothing but chicken and rice." I'm thinking, "Oh, you poor miserable." We do that and we get a fucking plastic trophy. We get over $10 million. Oh.
Yeah, right. You're right with that. We did an article on that when I worked for Muscular Development. We did a whole thing on when for the Fitness RX. Steve did it. He talked about how they had him intermittent fasting every day. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I was like, dude, you know what I mean? What's so tough about that training? Yeah, he hated.
He was definitely on a cycle. He was definitely on a crazy cycle.
Could you imagine actually doing a bodybuilding diet, knowing you're not even doing a contest, you're just going to have fun doing this superhero movie and get over $10 million?
Right.
I'd fucking eat chicken and rice and chewing around the tin all day.
All day, all night.
We like to do that stuff. That's the difference.
You know who else did that, Dave?
It's like punishment,
You know who else was like that? When Christopher Reeve first played Superman. Right. He had to train, and he said he hated working out. He said that was the hardest thing to work out.
He didn't even look like he worked out. He looked terrible.
I'm going to say,
he did drugs too.
I didn't even get a muscle suit. Today they get all these big muscle suits.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill looks great. He's got a phenomenal position.
I got that Superman suit over there.
Henry Cavill.
Got all the muscles built in it. It's fantastic.
He played Superman. He was the last supple Superman movie.
Oh, was he?
Look at Batman's suit. Batman's got all the muscles.
Yeah, right.
I'm saying Henry Cavill, they showed him without a shirt on as Superman. He was
he trained,
Yeah, he was ripped.
And Liam Hemsworth, he trains.
Yeah, he looked good too, yeah.
Supposedly, what's his name was his drug dealer.
Who?
We used to be on our show here.
Rodriguez?
Yeah, Richard.
Oh, that's funny.
I think I was told that he used to sell to him. But
where did Richard go? He used to be part of the show. What happened to Richard?
He's trying to start some businesses. I don't know. He's been crazy busy.
He's a good guy, Richard.
Yeah. The funny thing is that these guys spend so much time getting in the best shape of their lives, and then they just stop.
Well, look at Brad Pitt in the movie Troy. Remember Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
He's standing out there. His whole fucking Brad Pitt was jacked for that movie.
Brad Pitt just turned 60?
Yeah.
I can't
believe we look alike.
Did you hear though? I heard I was reading the article online that for a lot of the scenes in those movies, they had to digitally make his legs bigger because they were skinny.
Oh, they were really? I didn't know that. That I didn't know. Yeah.
That's a lot of those guys, though. They just, they get like pecs, abs, and shoulders. Even their arms are not that big. But remember, what about oh my God, Emilio Estevez's brother there, the one
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen in a movie where he did that movie like it was a spin-off of Rambo.
Rambo, yeah.
Remember? And he took steroids and he was jacked in that movie.
It's called Hot Shots, wasn't it?
He probably loved doing it because he likes to do drugs anyway.
Yeah, he's one of us.
Yeah, no, he just likes to do any drugs. I think So he. You didn't have to twist his arm.
I watched the latest movie with Wahlberg, that Family Plan or whatever. It's a bit of a week. It's a funny movie where he's like a
Yeah.
Used to be an assassin, but he left his family business and that. But he takes his shirt off. That so for in his 50s, better watch out, Greg. He's coming after.
He's coming back. He wants my ass. He wants to kick my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he's when I saw, when we had that little tiff, he was pretty built then too. He was not big, but he was, he was built much more than
for his age, who's not really jacked, but he's still in good shape. Is Tom Cruise? He looks pretty good for his 60s
too. But Wahlberg's always been jacked because that shit with me and him was 1994. So he was jacked back then.
He was always showing his abs in the Calvin Klein ads.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to like Beretta. Remember when we were young, Beretta?
Yeah.
Remember? I was
at
Big Arms in school. Kids would call me, yo, Beretta. You know what I mean? Like
that actor owned the building where the Gold's Gym in Santa Monica was. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know who stayed jacked until he died and was Conan's father was William Smith? They used to call him.
Oh, I remember William Smith.
Yeah.
But I remember he'd come in the World Gym every morning. He'd say, "G'day," he had that voice. "G'day, Lee, how you going?" Funniest guy. But even at 8 in the morning, you could smell the alcohol on his breath. He's like, "Feel these guns and that." And he'd tell about all his movies, his fight scenes. I think he was in Any Which Way But Loose with Clint Eastwood. He goes, "That was a good fight scene." He goes, He goes, "But you Aussies," he goes, "that fucking Rod Taylor, the actor. I went to Australia. I did a movie, Darker Than Amber." He goes, "We had a fight scene, but we made it real." He goes, "That fucker broke." He goes, "That fucker broke my ribs, but I never let him know that he broke my ribs."
It's like Joe Pietaro and I did a show with you remember what's his name? For Christ's sake, from The Godfather, right?
Oh,
the one that was married to the sister and they killed him.
James Caan.
Oh, you did it. You actually
James Caan. He was. Remember James Caan beat him in the fucking.
That guy's a character.
Yeah, he's a pisser, bro. We did it. You know what he told us? He told us that James Caan, when he was kicking him, was really kicking him. It broke 3 of his ribs.
Oh, I heard that too. Yeah.
He broke 3 of his ribs. He told us he was hitting him in the face with the garbage pail lid. He said that shit was real. He said, he hated James Caan. He was like, I wanted to kill him. Gianni, his real name is Gianni.
I can't remember his last name.
Gianni something. But
I saw him on
a YouTube interview, and the guy, he claims to have had sex with Marilyn Monroe when he was like 17.
Dude, Joe Pietaro and I did an interview with him. It was a great interview.
Got him.
Huh?
I can't believe you got him. He's a very.
We had Mario Lopez. We had a lot of people.
Actually, James Caan was one of the nicest. I talked to him every day at World Gym. He loved the Sydney Swans AFL team and would always chat for hours in the gym. And
he liked you, I remember.
When I was out there for, like I said, that last time I got the Venice Beach Award, he was coming into the gym because he had a personal trainer there. And he's like, "Oh, James is here. Lee, come see him. Come say hello." He wants to say hello. And I went in to see him. And that's after that back operation he had. And they fucked it up. He could barely walk. He was under oxygen and that. At least I got to see him. But 2 weeks later, that's when he passed away. But
yeah, it's crazy.
It's just sad to see these, Hollywood tough guy just could barely sort of do shit.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of? You ever watch SpongeBob, where SpongeBob and Patrick are like, "We got to go see Ocean Man or whatever, Aquaman or whatever the fuck he was," and they go seek him out and they get to his house and they knock on his door and an old man opens up the door and he goes, "Can I help you?" And they were like, "We're looking for Aquaman or Underwater Man or whatever the fuck his name was," and he's like, "That's me," because they used to watch him on TV like Superman with the cape and he beat up everybody, and he's like, "It can't be you. He's like built and big," and the guy runs in, gets his cape and puts it on. He's like this, and they start crying like, "No," because he's an old man now. He's not the he's not that.
What's his name producing a movie the other day, and he looks frail, but Clint Eastwood's 93 and he's still directing movies.
It's the last movie, yeah.
But it's sad though, because you figure once Clint goes, Charles Bronson's gone, like
all the tough guys are gone.
Yeah, was the one. John Wayne. It's like all those real. I'm not saying like
old
these
school
people aren't men, but they were like the manly men, like the real hardcore tough ones and shit.
Look at Brad Pitt at 60 years old. The fucking guy looks amazing.
Dave, we kind of look alike, me and Brad.
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon and Tom Cruise for their age, they still don't look their age. So they got some
Kevin
special
Bacon is
formula.
looking a little old recently. I got to tell you, Tom Cruise is holding on. I think Brad Pitt looks the best, but
Dude, not for nothing, but what about what's his name there? Fucking.
He looks like he's 45 there. He
Well,
doesn't look
Brad
60.
Pitt's adopting all those young kids and drinking their blood.
No, Brad Pitt. I don't know how these guys keep a full head of hair like that. It's unbelievable that head of hair the guys got.
They got
And what about Denzel Washington?
Such good genetics for looking good. It's unbelievable.
Denzel Washington's almost 70. He looks fucking.
He looks great. Yeah, he looks good too.
67, 60. You know what's funny? These guys still can play a role, right? Where their love interest, like Stallone. If you see Stallone in a movie, he's not going to have a 77-year-old woman like that's my wife. He's got like a 30-year-old hottie or 28-year-old fucking hottie and shit.
He's got a new one movie coming out soon too, Stallone. I forget what it's called.
Well, he's in that. You ever see that Tulsa movie? Tulsa, what is it called?
Yeah, the Tulsa King.
That's a good series. I like it.
It's really good, but the girl in there, you're right. She's like 45 probably, and he's like,
dude, that's old for him.
I know.
Sean Connery in all the James Bond movies, the young girls they would get.
Well, he was pretty young back then, though, when he was in the James
But
Bond.
dude, that's young. Dude, let me tell you something. You see Stallone 77 with some half 30-year-old, even 28-year-old. It works because he still looks good.
Greg, are you doubting love? That's love. Anna Nicole Smith when she married that billionaire. Come on, that was.
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude, not for nothing, but Stallone's daughters are pretty fucking hot.
Yeah.
Not for nothing.
Well, the wife.
I got to watch that. I
Jennifer
saw the
Flavor.
preview for that Anna Nicole Smith documentary. It looks pretty interesting on Netflix.
Who's playing her?
I'm not sure. I don't think anyone's playing her. I think it's an actual thing on her life, just showing all her interviews and her life and people discussing what she went through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I remember remember the reality show she had?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she was always
she
like
had that crazy manager. What was his name? And I think he was
Howard K. Stern, or something like that. Yeah. Not the Howard Stern.
Not the Howard Stern. Right. He was a crazy man.
He thought he was the father of the baby.
I do remember that. Didn't he? He actually was suing, I think, at one point. I think he wanted her fucking money, too.
Yeah.
The
what a shame. She was such a pretty girl. And
the preview looks good. Preview looks good, but it looks like one of those.
Too big for me.
You just tell someone's not happy in their life, sort of sad.
Yeah. Too big for me. I like skinny.
She was a big girl, definitely. Yeah, without a doubt. She was great.
I had the hots for when I was younger, who I thought was sexy because she wore that see-through dress at one award.
Oh, Derek.
No, and people make fun of it, saying she looks like a boy. Was Hillary Swank?
Oh,
she was cute. She was cute.
I heard I like pain in the ass though. I heard that, from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I think she got a divorce from her husband because she went and thanked everybody on this when she won this award. She never even thanked. They said the husband was like devastated.
The husband's Rob Lowe's brother.
Is he really?
Chad
but he
Lowe,
supposedly carried her to a lot of shit. And
well, there's another guy who doesn't look like he's getting much older. Fucking Rob Lowe. He still looks pretty.
But Bo Derek was the best. Remember in the 70s?
Yeah, but you know who I liked back then? Barbie Benton.
She was good too.
Remember, she was Hugh Hefner's first, real, he was.
You know who looked good for her age as she got older? Betty Weeder. She looked. She never aged.
Betty Weeder.
Every time I saw her in the magazine.
No, I'll tell you who looks fucking good for their age. She's older than me. Is Susan Hoffs from fucking the Bengals. You ever see what she looks like?
Is she still
like
good?
65.
Is she still looking good?
Oh, yeah. For 65, she looks goddamn good.
All right, so this was Bo Derek when she was at the top of her career.
That when she was in 10 or whatever.
You see, I don't know, but I don't. Her looks, there's something about it. It doesn't do it for me.
I love that.
Who looks?
Now, this is her today. She still looks great. She's probably 70.
A lot of people don't like her, but you know who looked good for her age is Susan Summers.
She just died.
She took.
Was it her or the other girl?
Just died.
The other one.
She had cancer.
Summers. Who's the one that went mad about Vietnam and that?
Jane.
Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda, yeah.
And Priscilla Presley. She looks pretty good for her age. Yeah, they've had
No, she ruined it with the face, though. Did you see that new movie they have out?
Yeah.
About Priscilla.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
According to that movie, fucking Elvis was kind of a prick to her. You know what I mean? He was he was a motherfucker. My friend's an Elvis freak, right?
Yeah.
I was telling him about that. He said, "No, that's not true, though." He's like, "That's not true. That shit's all bullshit. That's Hollywood shit." And I'm like,
his problem was he was on drugs. That was his problem. Yeah.
But
He
if you
probably
watch
took
the
too
movie,
many Xanax to go to sleep.
At least funny. Xanax. He didn't take 2.5 milligrams of Xanax.
No,
though. You gotta
he
watch
took
it.
20.
I hope you're getting that from a legit source because today they got fucking fentanyl and that shit.
It was from the doctor, yeah.
Okay, good.
Here's Priscilla when she was like young. Beautiful.
No, she was beautiful. She was cute.
And there she is today.
Yeah, see, I could see in that face.
Remember when she was in, what was she in?
She's 70, Greg, probably.
I know, but
She was
she
in one of
fucked
those-
up herself 20, 30 years ago with that face shit.
Yeah.
Was she in one of those? Was it one of those Leslie Nielsen films, or was she in like one of the Grumpy Old Men films?
No, she was in the Leslie Nielsen films, yeah.
No, you're thinking of Anne Margaret.
Oh, Anne Margaret.
Yes, Anne
Anne
Margaret.
Margaret,
Right.
that's who you're thinking of.
Wow, you guys are real. You're bringing back memories. You guys are real.
Right? Wasn't she on the thing when he had the ladder and he goes, "Nice beaver," and she hands him the beaver?
Nice beaver. I remember.
Anne
That.
Margaret,
I
when
love
she was
that.
young, was beautiful, right?
She's still a good-looking woman for an older woman. You know,
When she was
aged
younger, she
fine.
was unbelievable, though.
But you know me, I don't like
even
anything.
even till they died. What's her name was still looking good. Zsa Zsa Gabor, and that, or was it the other one?
Her
was
voice
good.
annoyed me.
Arnold, that's big. Yeah, I can't take that. I like that. The first girl I ever liked was Leslie Warren. Do you remember her from fucking Mission Impossible, the original?
Oh
girl?
yeah.
She, I remember that. That was like I was getting boners.
Well, you know who still looks good, but she admits she had plastic surgery for her age, is Dolly Parton. She still looks pretty good.
She's unbelievable.
Did you see her recently with that thing?
There's Anne Margaret.
Yeah, look at Anne Margaret.
Yeah.
She was good.
If she had black hair, she'd look even better. I like, me. I'm a brunette guy.
I like that, okay.
I love dark hair. Yeah, she's
That's her when she was older.
Yeah. No, she
God.
aged well.
Yeah, she did.
As she got older, she looks like that ugly fucking redhead from The View.
That's Raquel.
No, she looked way better than that. Ew. Yeah, she
Walsh.
looks good. She looks way
Who was
better
that
than
old actress that just died not long ago?
who?
She had like she's from overseas. She was like a Italian name. I had like a
Not
different-
Gina Lollobrigida? Or that's
Sophia
Sophia
Loren?
Loren.
something
No.
like that.
Gina Lollobrigida, I think, died not too long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, I think
She
so.
was dropped. Dude, now you're getting into the the guineas. That's my if
Everyone else
she
is
was
like, who are
fucking
you
when she
people
was young.
talking about?
She was young, bro. She was hot. So was Sophia Loren. They had that exotic look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They used to say she wouldn't smile like this because she didn't want to get the wrinkles in the forehead. You know, Gina Lollobrigida.
It's crazy.
You know, but it's great. You know what's funny? You ever watch what's the name of that show everybody watches? Law and Order, right?
Right.
You know the girl on Law and Order, the Mariska?
Yeah.
Mariska?
Hard to say, yeah.
She's
That's
becoming the
Mickey
world
Haggerty's. That's
Yeah.
Jane Mansfield and Mickey Haggerty's daughter.
Hard to
Yeah.
say.
Mickey Haggerty was the famous bodybuilder who, used
Yeah.
to be with
He was at World
Mae
Gym.
West.
He was at World Gym every day.
He
Oh,
was
he was?
awesome.
Yeah,
I
she
didn't know
come
that.
in a couple of times with him and that. But didn't Jane Mansfield die in the accident when the scarf got caught in the?
I think she
Right.
did die in a car accident. I
I
don't
think
know.
I'm pretty sure it was either her or someone was driving a car with their scarf and it got caught in the car wheeling.
See, I'm not sure.
She died in a railway accident, they said.
I used to see a lot of movie stars at
Oh.
Gold's Gym, but remember,
Yeah.
I was back in like
A
81,
Buick
82.
Electra crashed into a truck. It slid under the back of the trailer, shearing off the top of the car. Police rushed to the scene to find Mansfield's 3 children alive in the back seat. Wow, thank God. The accident
shit.
instantly killed the 3 adults in the front seat, including Jane Mansfield's dog.
Wow, poor dog.
Yeah, really.
Fuck the
I didn't know
kid.
that.
Poor dog.
But that girl Mariska from that show, Law and Order, nobody knows that her father was Mickey
She
Haggerty,
must have been in the car,
famous
yeah.
bodybuilder. Yeah, she was in the
was.
back seat. And
including
Jane
Mariska
Mansfield.
Hargitay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Mickey Haggerty's like a legend in bodybuilding. I mean, these young kids today to watch this, they only know
Like I said,
YouTube.
I could probably guarantee every day I was at World Gym, he was in there training. And he was another really nice guy. He died a year or two ago. Like, he'd come in, daggiest clothes was Rutger Hauer, the actor.
Rutger
liked
Hauer.
him
You know who I used to
Nice,
see, man?
nicest guy. Nicest guy.
Remember,
You know-
remember the movie? That's the car that Jane Mansfield crashed, by the way. You remember Nighthawks with Stallone, that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Rutger Hauer's best movie. I love it.
Rutger Hauer, yes.
Actually,
You know why?
a good movie. It's like sort of like Aliens. It's a dark, gritty movie called Split Second, where he's in England and there's been a flood, and he's trying to catch this creature, and it looks a bit like an alien type thing. It's not a bad movie. And then it was in that movie Lady Hawk. Oh,
Yeah,
you know what
Lady
he was
Hawk.
in that was actually good was the very original Hitcher movie where he played the hitchhiker and he'll kill people along the way.
Yeah, he always plays a psychopath, like, right?
Lee, you know who I used to see in Gold's Gym in the morning? Now you remember, you were there like 10 years later after me. I was there in like 81. Was the the guy, what the hell's his name? That was from Scarface. I mean, I saw a lot, but he used to talk to me. You know the one like
he has sort of potted face on him. Was
the
that
cop? Remember that at the end, Scarface shoots him. See you at the resurrection. You fucked up, Mel. Remember that one? The cop. Come on, Tony.
I remember the other guy used to come in there all the time. What's his name? He has like the pitted face, like from Scar Acne. Always smoking cigars.
What movie though? What movie did he play?
Oh fuck, he's been in. So he was in a lot of gangster movies. Oh,
Pitted face. Not Davey. His last name Davey? No.
I know he's talking about the guy with the mustache. Big
no, he had no mustache. He had like just bad skin from all this acne and that. Fuck.
This is the movie I was talking about. Nighthawks.
Yeah, that's it. I remember that
Yeah,
movie.
that's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
Rutger Hauer.
I'm surprised. What's his name still alive and he's still going. Looked pretty good. I saw him in an interview not long ago. Was Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
He'd have to be getting up there now. He's always
He's getting older. Yeah.
You know who I think? I just saw him. He's coming out in the new movie, and every time I see him, I think if they need a new Joker, and actually somebody did it, they put the Joker like Heath Ledger Joker makeup on him. Is William Dafoe. Now he could pull a good.
Oh
Joker.
yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
he's a
one.
little old though. He's a little old to play the Joker.
Doesn't matter with all the makeup on. The Joker's got older. Who cares?
Well,
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League?
Yeah,
movie?
4 hours of sitting there. Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Did you see the ending where the Doomsday ending like?
yeah.
And it was like Superman was like all like screwed up the world and time
Yeah.
went crazy and the Joker is like that. I liked that whole
Yeah,
like
because something happened to Lois, didn't it? So he was coming.
yeah, she
after
got
her.
killed or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And Superman went nuts and
Yeah.
destroyed everyone and he was
Now, if you want to see a good movie, it's actually. Have you seen Brightburn?
now.
I
Wait a
recommend
minute,
you watch it. It's on the thing, Brightburn. What it is, it's very similar to Superman. They find this young kid from another planet. He's got all the powers. They live on a farm.
Right.
But it's almost like what would happen if Superman was found and there's a baby and a kid, but yet he's pure evil. So he has all these powers and he's just fucking everyone up, killing people.
Oh, he's like an evil
It's a good
Superman.
movie, yeah. It's called Brightburn. Pull it up so people can see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Dude,
I recommend you watch it.
I don't mean to sound like an old man, but my favorite was the Superman that was from the 50s and 60s, with
George Reeves.
George Reeve. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I like that.
Where
I
you
like the
jump
original
out the
Batman.
This is the Brightburn, movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw that movie.
I think it just came out, didn't it?
No,
No,
it's
a while
like
ago.
10, 15 years old if I'm right. I'm not sure.
No, this is an old movie. This is a new movie.
Oh, okay,
No,
wrong
it's
movie.
older.
It was in May, theaters in May, so it could have been. Oh, this was 2019, so maybe you lose it. Maybe John.
Okay, well, I was wrong with the amount of years, but
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
I think
check
I
it
saw
out. Check it out. It's all about. You can tell it's.
I never
based
heard
on
of it.
Superman.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Yeah.
Did you ever
All
see
right.
the old? You remember the original Batman with Burt Ward? and-
Adam West.
yeah, Adam West. I love that though. See, that
I used
was
to love it when they were climbing up a building and someone famous would always stick their head
Yeah.
out.
But it was
they'd be walking. He had a rope,
you
and
didn't
it
know
looked
it
like
was a spoof back then, though. When you were a
I
kid,
know.
you watched it. You didn't know it was like funny.
And then
right?
remember when they made a movie and the shark's on his leg, he's like, Robin, hand me the shark repellent spray.
Yeah.
yeah. Dude,
But
you
look how
can't
many
get better than
famous
that.
people are on that. You had Caesar Romero, and then you
Yeah.
had What's
Frank
his name?
Gorshin, Cesar Romero. Then you had the Brocky there. What the hell is his
the Joker. The Penguin. He played the Penguin.
Burgess Meredith. Burgess
From
Meredith.
Rocky. No one even knows he played for Rocky.
He was the Penguin.
Yeah.
And what's her name? They had two Catwomen. One was Judith. What's her name? Eartha Kitt.
Meredith.
I
Lee
like
Merriweather. Lee Merriweather was one.
I liked her.
They also had Eartha Kitt,
Yeah.
and then they had Julie Newmar.
Who was Supergirl? I mean, Batgirl.
Oh, fuck.
She was good too.
I forgot her name. Fuck.
And everything was so corny in that Quick Robin to the Batmobile, and then the commissioner's red phone would ring.
Dude,
and then it was
that's
always
the whole idea.
when they hit him, pow, sock, smack.
I love that though, but that's the whole idea. They made it like a comic book, and it was gaudy. That was the whole spiel.
I thought after that, what was the thing where Adam West was mad? He wasn't never allowed to wear the Batman costume or mask after that.
Cowl or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Yeah.
That's fucking great,
dude. He was very hurt that they didn't have him when they came back with the Batman movie, that they didn't have him to do it.
Whatever happened to Adam? The guy that played Robin.
Robin's still alive. He owns a pet food company now. They do commercials and stuff. He owns he's like 70-something years old. He was like a teenager, I think, when they hired him and stuff.
And that whole George Reeves that played Superman, there's a lot of conspiracy behind his death too. Remember
that? He was old or something like that. Yeah, they said.
Yeah.
This was the girl who played the Batgirl.
Yeah, I can't remember her fucking name.
Yeah,
I don't remember her name either. She was cute though.
And then the last Batgirl we had was Holly Berry, wasn't it? That was a great movie.
Yeah,
but in the original movie, Michelle Pfeiffer as Batgirl was okay. I mean,
I liked her as Batgirl. I like Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah. She still looks good, Michelle Pfeiffer. That's another girl who looks great for her age.
Yeah.
I don't know. So you guys have different. I don't like that blonde. Like that. I don't know.
You like the ethnic look. That's why, Greg.
Yeah, I do.
You like what's the name that plays the latest Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot?
She's cute. Gal Gadot.
I was almost thinking maybe if I could watch that movie on TV, and when she does those high kicks, if I pause it, I can see up her thing.
You're looking at her little gal there. Jimmy says Gal Gadot doesn't really exist.
Yeah. Does he?
Neither does her invisible plane.
The girl plays Brie Larson. The girl plays Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, they reckon.
Oh yeah, see, but that shit to me.
I just read a thing about her, and they reckon she's a real fucking.
Supposedly, no one likes her. Yeah, they say she should.
Yeah, but come on, man.
She's very woke. She's very.
Yeah, that whole shit's woke.
Yeah.
I started watching that movie. I didn't get in halfway through it. Marvels with her and the other two.
I didn't watch
girls.
it. Was it any
good?
I
reckon they bombed at the theaters and that.
Oh, it did. I didn't even watch it. Which tells you how
watch shit like that.
I'll wait till it comes on Disney.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch the Marvels TV series on Disney. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, but you know what? It's everything is woke today. There's a little.
Everyone's got to be. There's got to be a gay relationship.
Gay, transgender, fucking
it's like
different race.
On that thing about a good series that I'm actually enjoying is called Monarch. It's about how in King Kong and Godzilla,
the monsters. I was looking at that. Good.
Yeah, the Monarch. Yeah, the Monarch agency. They're the ones that were going after them all. So this is sort of based on leading up to that. But then the last episode, as Greg said,
don't ruin it.
No, this girl said to her, "What do you like? What do you miss most?" And she dreams back to waking up in bed with her girlfriend kissing her. And, there we go.
Oh my God! They got to throw it in there.
No, that's it.
Well, to get nominated for awards these days, you got to have all that in a movie.
Yeah, because they think you're not being equal opportunity for everyone.
Oh, it's so ridiculous stuff.
Star Trek has that stuff in it. The new Star Trek stuff has all that stuff they throw.
Oh yeah. Well, James Bond is going to be a black woman now. So
what about
my God.
You can't change the story though. That's ridiculous.
What about For Love and Thunder? That had to be the worst.
Oh my God, it was terrible. It was terrible. And I love all that Marvel stuff.
That was so corny, and oh my God.
I know they just.
And now what's his name's taken over this reboot of Superman. gun. I wonder what it's going to be.
I know. Like, we need another reboot. We've seen 400 reboots already.
But wait, weren't they going to make like a Supergirl, like a transgender girl? Weren't they going to do that?
Well, Supergirl in the last.
The last movie had Supergirl in it.
Yeah, she's got the short dark hair. She's a pretty actress. Oh, what's her name?
But I thought they were doing.
But she was kind of like, but she was kind of like a transgender though, Lee, a little
Yeah,
bit.
because that's what they wanted to
gender
do.
fluid.
But they keep changing the fucking. You can't change, like, you know what I mean? Like, Santa Claus is a Nordic man. Do you understand?
Right.
Listen, I don't care what race and I don't give a
You
shit.
can't make Santa Claus black.
You can't. He's a Nordic man. He's a fucking Viking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about the TV show Anne Boleyn? That was that queen that had her head cut off, was white. The TV series, she's black.
Marie Antoinette. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like, if in real life the person is a white person, how can you make them a different race?
It's a historical figure, right?
Well,
exactly.
I do agree.
Let's make Malcolm X and make Liam Neeson Malcolm X and see what fucking happens.
Yeah, right. But wait, it's like I mean, it's as ridiculous as when I'm watching old Jesus Christ movies and I see the guy's got blondish hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, he didn't.
Didn't look. Jesus was,
he was Arabic,
right?
Yeah.
So nobody's saying anything. Like, I'm not. I'm saying even that's ridiculous to make a woman.
We're gonna try to do, maybe if Lee, you're around Sunday night, we're gonna do Heavy Muscle Radio. We're gonna do a Christmas Eve special. So
boy,
hopefully you guys can tune in.
I'll be around.
Mr. G wants to read "Twas the Night Before Christmas."
What's the bet he's going to be dressed as Santa?
He was an elf already on Tuesday show, so
he's funny.
Yeah,
you better start giving out some cookies.
Yeah, exactly. Better leave Santa his cookies. All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Getting all the cookies.
I haven't got shit recently.
My daughter.
The last one I got was your daughter's cookie. Remember the
Yeah.
The one he gave me with your daughter. The one he made for you, with Lee's daughter on it.
Yeah. Yep. That's a long time ago.
And everything. I was there.
That was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was I was at his. That's when he was living in Tom's River. I was at his.
Did you put my daughter's cookie in the fridge with Lee Haney's pasta?
I'm gonna have you eat it when you
come visit.
When you come visit me in March. When you come here in March, we're
gonna pull it out.
All right, I got to wrap up. Let's all get together on Sunday night for a Heavy Muscle Radio.
Well, your Christmas Sunday night will be actually my Christmas, so I'll be able to tell you if Santa...
it'll be Christmas for you. You can tell us if Santa came for you. Yeah. There you go.
That's funny. Santa hasn't come for me in a while.
Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe this year will be the year, Greg. Thanks for joining us today, Greg. And as always...
It's coming all the time. That's not snow coming out the sky, Greg. That's
it's funny. My son was born when it was snowing, and that's the only... And he probably doesn't remember that, but my kids have never seen snow because they've been in Florida their whole life. So
they're lucky.
Crazy.
They
think they're not lucky.
The other day, and someone said it's actually true though. Could have been on Fuad's. I was saying, isn't it fun when you're little? He goes, I feel stupid now, but when you're little, you get up and you be convinced that, hey, Mum, I heard footsteps on the roof, the rat and stuff, and then the cookies are gone and the glass of milk's been gone. It's like, wow.
You believe that shit. Yeah.
Again, right. Exactly.
Now all you see when you go to shopping malls, do what I do now. It's the best time of year. Go to shopping malls, get a bit of cake, get a bit of coffee, and sit there and watch the joy of Christmas. People arguing about what to buy and where they're going. It's the most peaceful time of the year. Watching families argue.
Wait, Lee, I don't believe that you eat cake or any junk food.
I'm just everything.
I know, he was here at my house.
He's everything.
Next time we're gonna have better shit. You told me to get junk, so I did.
No, we ate the cookies. How nice cookies you had and stuff.
Yeah, we had some good shit. I kept the sandwich.
Greg, next time, just give him 2 milligrams of Xanax. You won't have to feed him anything.
No. I got the sandwich.
He gave me that roast beef sandwich. I think it was fresh squirrel from his
backyard. Dude. If I showed you the video, we made it that sandwich, but we couldn't do it because he's talking about sticking his finger in there and the blood. And it's like he's saying, "Look at this. It looks like the lips of
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
The bun that come on had blood soaking into it. It was that raw.
We're wrapping up. I'll see you guys Christmas Eve. Don't forget to join us Sunday Night Live. Greg Valentino, Lee Priest, Chris Aceto, hopefully John Romano and the rest of the crew. For now, we are out. See you next week.